Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite part-time YouTuber Crow, and I have to talk to you today about Ethan Klein being sent actual human skulls to his house. So for those of you who are completely unaware, very recently iDubbbz did a content cop on H3. It's been mocked and ridiculed. It has an extremely negative ratio here. But the main thing that I noticed about it is he did something that he's never done before in a content cop. And yeah, the lack of skits was definitely one of those things, but the more serious thing was I've watched plenty of iDubbbz's old content cops. I've never actually seen him use the people that are in direct opposition as your sources and your skit material against one of the people he's targeted. Like even Ricegum. Like Ricegum was probably like one of the more nasty content cops that, you know, Ian's even apologized for. The worst thing he did in that content cop was grab PewDiePie to come in and do a diss track with him.
So you don't want to look like a little bitch, but dude, you're gonna be crucified. How can you claim that shit when you're too scared to go on PewDiePie?
That's the worst thing that was done to Ricegum in like one of the most popular content cops. The worst thing he did in this content cop was he took advantage of his knowledge of his friend's mental health. He used people that were behind CPS calls against his friend.
Just to like bring her back to reality for a second.
I mean,
if you opened the
guys, the IDF member is bringing us back to reality. The IDF member is bravely taking a break from killing unarmed children to bring us back to reality.
Well, hey, sorry guys, that was the wrong clip. That was Denim's calling Ethan's wife a child killer. Give me a second. Let me find the right clip. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Let's do some quick math. Here are the first and last frames of the video that he played. I searched for the top and the bottom messages in my Chatterino history. The first one is line 14,472. The second is 15,428.
She even throws up some stupid fucking dream speedrunning calculations, which she thinks is a slam dunk. In reality, she reveals that 7% of her chat that we know of was declaring they call CPS.
I like Noah Samson being in this list is hilarious to me because Noah Samson has like a cease and desist demanding you take down a video where he directly lies about a lot of YouTubers. And like the Hasan fans are defending guys like Noah Samson who just brazenly go out and lie. These are the people that Ian thought were good to put into his video and use as sources to help him put his video together on his friend. Like he's never treated anybody else like that he's done a content cop on. It's so weaselly and snaky and deranged. But one thing that happened was, you know, H3 was responding to the content cop and he showed this in his response.
There's something that I've never talked about publicly, but around the same time, we received 2 human skulls in the mail at our home, which led us to having a very pleasant interview with the FBI. Things have progressed well past the point of that's just what the internet does.
Now, just like with every other time, there has been an escalation in the harassment against Ethan Klein. And like, I've been watching it for a while. I haven't talked about it because I want to be totally upfront with you. I don't like Ethan Klein all that much. Like, I really don't. I think I don't think he's a bad person because of the Israel-Palestine thing. I don't like him. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain people you just don't like. I don't enjoy his content. I'm not tuning in to watch the H3 streams. Like, I just want to be totally upfront there.
Now this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.
But there is an objective right and an objective wrong, and I think in this situation, people that are against him are so far beyond being in the wrong. They're basically chilling down in hell with Satan.
Welcome to hell.
No, not hell.
How could this be? I was such a good person. I don't belong here.
So in response to Ethan revealing that the skulls have been sent to his house, a lot of people in the Hasan sphere, right? I say Hasan sphere, like the Orbiters, the Glazers, and everybody, they all started accusing Ethan of lying, that this was fake, that this is all made up. Who would do this? Who would spend the money to troll Ethan Klein? And I'm like, are you guys nuts? Like, what world are we living in? Now, don't worry. I've already been blocked by this person person for my very deranged take, where they were going on about like how it's ridiculous to expect people to believe that he was actually sent human skulls, and it's even more ridiculous to believe that it would come from anybody in the Hasan sphere of influence. And I said, like, yeah, there's a literal site that sells them, so like I imagine that people do buy skulls and have sent them to other people before, like, because there's a site that literally exists to do this, and that, you know, Hasan is a streamer. He's literally funded by his audience for a very egregious lifestyle, like straight up. And so the idea that one of the people that probably gives this dude thousands of dollars on the regular would then say, you know what I really want to do? I want to screw with the guy that is giving my beloved God King Hasan so much grief. So I'm going to buy some skulls, I'm going to send them to his house and make him think he's at risk.
I'm sorry, this is the fun part, Dee. This is the part that we've been working up to. This is what all the work has been for. We're gonna follow our victim. Okay, then we're gonna jump her. And then I'm gonna strangle her and you're gonna chop her into pieces.
Okay, but what are we really gonna do? We're not really gonna kill her. What are we gonna do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, that's a bummer. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, you know, let's just follow her for a little while, okay? We'll throw a good scare into her, figure out what to do later.
Oh, that's just not as much fun as actually getting the...
No, I know, but let's go. It's good enough. Let's do this.
Okay.
You know, in the middle of a hate-filled harassment campaign that's been going on. Like, that's the most logical explanation for this, is just you've got a fan base that probably comprises, like, what, like 1 million people? And that one person, that 1 million people, is a deranged psychopath. Like that's all it takes. It literally just takes one guy.
Now, Denim says she doesn't condone CPS being called, and, you know, if that's the case, you wouldn't be reacting to Bad Empanada on stream and just backing up his claims. Hell, even in your video premiere, Bad Empanada was in the chat talking about how the CPS call was good and how they need to, save those kids? This guy is fucking mentally unhinged, and all of you people do is, like, platform him.
The unblurred images literally have a Skulls Unlimited tag LMAO. I was actually kind of confused by people bringing this up at first, because they thought that if they brought up the fact that the skulls were purchased off a website, that would somehow prove that this was all some sort of false flag. And I sat there and I said, I'm willing to believe that somebody who hates H3 enough would go out and dig up a grave. But also, I think a lot of these people are lazy. They live they're terminally online, right? They define their entire identity around which streamers they are watching. No, I think it's far more likely that they would purchase a skull versus grab a shovel and do physical activity. Like, just being dead honest, like, this actually makes more sense to me that you would go to a website and buy it. Like, I would have actually questioned if there was a real human skull, right, that had been dug out of the ground, that had been sent to Ethan Klein's home. The fact that there's a website where you can buy this stuff and you have a whole group of people, again, terminally online, massively funding streamers, this makes the most sense to me. This makes the most sense to me, actually. But anyways, right? Like, it's all over the Reddits and everything. I just wanted to point out that there's an individual, and he is somebody that Ethan Klein is claiming he believes. He says he doesn't have any proof, but it's something that he believes this individual known as Bad Empanada would do.
This is a huge guess. It's just based on a feeling and knowing what this guy's MO is. But I have suspected from the beginning, once again, with no direct evidence, this is just my opinion, that Bad Empanada is the one that sent the skulls.
I'm going to go through like a very quick and brief history of Bad Empanada and the type of stuff that he's done to people. Now, if you want like a very, very brief history, you could go to the Tanky Jerks subreddit, where they complain about tanky jerks, I guess, dunking on tankies from the left. Anyways, they have like a whole thread on Bad Empanada. But Bad Empanada has always been a little unhinged, and I think the Israel-Palestine conflict just allowed him to really embrace embraced the mentally unwell part of him. And when I say mentally unwell, I'm not like, oh, Ethan Klein, he's mental stress right now. I want him to get. I mean, like, this guy is like a schizo, right? Like, this guy's a total fucking schizo. It's nuts. So he's like literally just randomly DMing people from Israel. You look like a child arpist, average Israeli. I'm in contact with Hamas in the West Bank, and they know where you live. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually don't think he's in contact with Hamas in the West Bank. I've heard rumors that he did attempt to join a Hezbollah group, but was denied, which is, I don't know how do you get denied from a terrorist group? Like, they'll take literally anybody to strap a bomb to.
I told you, look at him. He's the perfect man to help us blow up the Quahog Bridge.
Ah! Oh my God! Everybody down! So are these toys just like to take?
Now, this is Bad Empanada's X accounts, I think regularly get banned, but he goes trying to like message Drew Pavlo, who's a liberal journalist, I would have to guess, but he goes and post a phone number, believe me, that belonged to Drew and Nick Pavlo, but then goes, some of us don't bluff, Drew. That phone line was cut years ago, you retarded cunt. That's a good description for a Bad Empanada. I suggest you pipe down with the easily Googleable info in the future, as some of us are capable of finding more very easily, and the retaliation you will be devastating for you. Is that the first time he's gotten into this like argument with this Drew guy? He seems to really not like him. I know where you live. You live in Buenos Aires. My knowledge of you is a whole lot more specific than that, Drew. You aren't very good at OPSEC. Now again, I just wanted to show you. This is a dude who has regularly been reported for years, well before the Israel-Palestine conflict that really popped off on October 7th, right? Like, this dude has routinely harassed people. He's cyber-stalked them. He's doxed them. He's threatened to dox them. He's threatened to contact people's employers to get them fired, which I guess to people in Hasan's crew, that's actually like totally morally justified. So never mind that. But like the doxing, the threats, the cyber stalking, like, this guy is absolutely unhinged. And so this dude has been promoted by everybody in Hasan's group. So you take a guy like this, but then if I say that, like, it seems kind of likely that somebody like this would be willing to drop some money to screw with Ethan's head, and the response is, no, that's ridiculous. No one would ever do that. Really? Who the does this? Who goes around? Who talks like this? Who talks like this? I suggest you pipe down with the easily Googleable info in the future, as some of us are capable of finding more very easily, and the retaliation would be devastating for. Who the talks like that?
Creep in! Let them gather their hampers in preparation for a mighty washload of fear-stained trousers. And just as they start the pre-treat, zap, sizzle, acid magnet,
Some fucking 50-cent supervillain. And the thing is, it works. Like, it really does, because, like, bro, even reading this stuff that he's done to other people, it creeps me out a little bit. It's fucking weird, man. But this is the guy who they've plastered about, right? Bad Empanada. Oh, he's going after Ethan Klein. Actually, he's such a fucking bitch. Okay, anyways, Bad Empanada responds to being doxxed by Ethan Klein of H3. The dox were likely obtained through Argentinian fascists who tried to have BE killed in a world where people are being disappeared for supporting Palestine. YouTube allowing Ethan continue his show is very dangerous. Please report H3. H3 podcast doxes me and many others. YouTube must take action. This dude making that statement is the most hilarious thing to me ever. And the fact is, like, the Hasan orbiters have all backed this idiot. This is one of the most deranged people ever. And the fact that he has now jumped onto Israel-Palestine and has taken their side on that issue, now, oh my God, Bad Empanada, like, he's one of the greatest content creators ever. The history of like doxing people and threatening their lives or threatening their jobs, like you know, it's because he loves Palestine so much. You know, even though that happened on October 7th of 2024, and Bad Empanada's been doing this since at least 2020. So again, when I say that I fully believe somebody in the H3 hate campaign group was behind buying the skulls, like, are you kidding me? With the stuff that you guys have already done, with the absolute schizos you've promoted, and you're telling me that you think that this is a bridge too far? Absolutely not. You guys have lost the damn plot. It is, you know what? I will be paying attention to this subject because I don't know how to say this. I have a guy that I genuinely don't like versus like actual fucking retards.